Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Superman, issue number 10. All right, things get a little choppy. Does it explain everything? Does it make everything feel better? Kind of. Kind of. Let's get talking about who made this comic book. I'll talk a little bit more about the comic book itself. This is the Unity Saga, the House of El Part 4. Brian Michael Bendis is on writing, Ivan Reis and Brandon Peterson on art, Auclair Albert and Joe Prado on inks, Alex Sinclair on covers, Josh Reed doing the letters. The cover is Reese Prado and Sinclair, and Rob Liefeld does the variant cover. All right. Also, of course, Superman is created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. So, wow, man. We get more on John. Actually, not just more. We wrap up how John was able to escape from that alternate universe that he was on. How he's able to escape from his evil mom, who I guess would, previous issue would be her first cameo appearance, and this would be her first actual appearance, I believe. I don't remember ever seeing her before. I don't ever remember seeing an evil version of, Superman charged Lois Lane. That's effing weird. Anyhow, I don't even know how that works, man. But anyway, he escapes from her murderous rampage because Grandpa comes and helps out. Grandpa was searching for... Time got completely messed up. Jonathan has been away for about 10 years. I believe that Grandpa was searching for even longer, like a whole lot longer than 10 years. Enough that he actually looks older. Even though all of this only happened in the time span of about 3 weeks for Clark and Lois back on Earth. So yeah, this is all really messed up. Brian Michael Bendis, he has more of an understanding of the space-time continuum as far as like Doctor Who would be concerned, or the Time Machine would be concerned, as opposed to actual science. That's really not a bad thing. It's just it annoyed me as somebody who's actually in the sciences for a while. It annoyed me constantly over and over reading, but you were lost in time and space. It's like, dude, they're not the same thing, but I mean, come on. Like, we only talk about time and space when we're talking about time travel, which, come on now. Like, this is a bit much, but whatever. I'm okay. If I had to be okay with something, I'd be okay with that. Like I said, I have to find one thing, at least one thing I don't like about a comic book, and that was the thing. To me, that was just like, dude, you're clearly emphasizing something because you don't understand it. Anyway, it was cool, however, seeing that Rogol Zaar is back, even if just a little bit. How do you escape from the Phantom Zone? It's Bendis. He'll explain it, but in his own time, not on yours, not on your schedule. All right. The comic book is getting better. Another thing that, well, I don't know about another thing. No, I think that this was the unless there's going to be some extra detail that springs up that Jonathan forgot to explain to his parents, I'm pretty sure that this is it as far as how long he's been gone, why he's been gone for so long, what went on while he was gone. Because, yeah, this, it didn't do much. We didn't learn, in my opinion. I don't think I was fully fulfilled with the whole Grandpa's crazy. I didn't really get that. Okay, I didn't get that when reading this. And like I said, I think that part of the story is over. Unless in the next issue or the next 10 issues, we find out, Dad, there's one part of the story I didn't explain. Remember when I said Grandpa was crazy? He became a cabaret dancer. Look, unless I read something like that, I'm just going to be like, wait, what now? Grandpa's been on, Krypton his whole life, but when he came to Earth and he was trapped here on Earth for all this time, because that previous story that Bendis inherited, yeah, it turns out he took a real liking to cabaret dancing. I don't know what else they could do to make me believe that Grandpa's any more crazy than all of us already knew he was before these worst parents in the freaking history of creation, Lois and Clark, decided, hey, yeah, let's let him go with his crazy grandfather who the last time we saw him, he tried to murder us like everybody. Ugh, duh. At the very least, you didn't think that he was going to go out there and teach John how to murder non-Kryptonians? I mean, come on, man. So, yeah, this wasn't explained the way that I expected to be explained after that bit. Like, that was a huge thing. That was something that actually made me not despise, but just dislike. I just said despise. Made me dislike majorly this comic book. I was loving Bendis's run. I've been defending Bendis as though he needs anybody to defend him. But I've been on the storyline. But when I got to the end of that one issue where what's his name? Jonathan goes and says, Dad, Mom, you gotta understand, Grandpa's crazy. And that was the end of the issue. I lost it. I was so mad. Like, are you kidding me? This is the crap that you're feeding us right now. We all already knew that. Apparently Bendis was the only person who didn't realize that. We at least have been reading the stories. I'm sure he has, but I don't think he was paying attention because everybody else knew that. Everybody, including all the people in the comic books. Just saying. And I don't feel that this issue explained that fully, why Jonathan would say, Grandpa's crazy. Duh. So, yeah, that left me very unfulfilled. Anyway, something else that's kind of weird is as soon as these guys get back, right away, as soon as the story is told, son, do you need to hang out for a while? Or do you want to go off in space and look for your grandfather with me? He's like, Dad, I'm ready to strap on my boots and pull myself up by the bootstraps and fly out there in space again. And Superman looks down and just says, my traumatized son, I'm so proud of you. I'm just like, dude, a good parent would say, listen, stay here. Give me some, here. I'm sure that Batman can make some kind of an intergalactic, transponder that'll bounce off of the freaking watchtower and come back. Because it was destroyed, but I mean, I'm sure it was fixed by now. Just something off of one of the Wayne Tech satellites and just something where, we'll keep in contact through Martian Manhunter, something. And you could just tell me where to go. But you need to stay here, son. You don't need to be following me off into space. No, at some point, you got to be a good dad, a good parent, and say, no, stick around here. Also, Leviathan was mentioned. I'd rather have Leviathan not even been mentioned in here. It's like a way of saying, hey, let's remind you that I'm also writing the Action Comics stuff, and I recognize that there's the Leviathan storyline going on too. Well, with the new Spiral storyline going on in the Action Comics, riddle me this, Batman. Why the hell is Superman still Superman and not Chaz? Chaz? Yeah, go and check out the most recent episode. I think that was issue 100 or 1009. God, if ever I wanted Lois Lane to be punched in the face, just Superwoman, come by, punch her in the face, be a pal. Chaz, mother fatheads. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me for this comic book, man. There's a lot of stuff stressing me out about this comic book. Like, I'm getting stressed out, comic book wise at least, not real life stressed out over this comic. I read the comic book and was just like, I don't like where this is going. I don't like it. The characters don't feel like the characters. The characters all feel really irresponsible. That's the thing. And you're talking about the best person on the planet, is this alien, this Kryptonian alien, but they're like the worst parents ever. Wow. No, all I'm saying is, yeah, Child Social Services needs to come in and have a talk with these. They need to interview the Clark family, the Kent family, because this is just wrong. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.